Today I'd like to share some of the recent updates to the Patreon experience to get you up to speed on what's new for creators. In my opinion, the Patreon website has been a little clunky, and it has presented a lot of challenges for creators and patrons. This frustration ends up leading a lot of people to cancel their subscription. That's why I'm pleased to announce a series of changes that I hope will alleviate some of the patron turnaround that myself and other creators have been experiencing. The first and most recent update we'll look at is the addition of a subscription-based billing option. This means that new patrons will be billed on the same day they signed up every month. You've never seen me opt into something so fast. I had been using the bill up front method, which charges patrons for the current month before they can access my content, and they always get billed on the first of the month. I can't tell you how many patrons I have lost because they felt like they got charged twice when they signed up on the last day of the month and got billed again on the first. But in my defense, I made that clear in the description, and I also offer new benefits each month, so no one really got charged twice just for 2 months of content that they had access to. In my case, it's a trade-off because now new patrons may get 2 months of content for 1 month of payment, but only when they join. In the past, I offered monthly benefits that expired, and subscription-based billing may not have worked. But now I can live with that if it means I lose fewer patrons each month. Furthermore, I am offering memberships on YouTube and Gumroad, which use subscription-based billing, so this change on Patreon now makes my billing more consistent. One of the other common exit surveys I get is that people left because they didn't think I was active enough. With this change to billing, I could start posting members-only content as it is available, rather than doing a monthly deposit on the first, which has always been built around avoiding double charging patrons. But because I have to share the same content on 3 separate membership platforms, I think it still makes sense to post it all on one day. That just makes it easier for me to plan ahead, meet my deadline, and be consistent about which day I post content. Another benefit is that I can promote my memberships any day of the month, rather than avoiding the last of the month. This new billing model will only apply to future patrons, not current ones, because they won't be able to be double charged since they are already on a schedule. If the sign-up date is important to you, it's possible to see that in the Relationship Manager. Your payout schedule as a creator is not affected, nor are there changes to fees. Patreon even says that the new subscription billing model makes it possible to offer gifted memberships and free trials, though this sounds like something that is still being developed. Now for some of the updates to the navigation on Patreon. Overall, the website and app should run faster and more reliably, both from the creator and patron perspective. You can now switch between profiles using the streamlined sidebar. As you can see, I can move between managing my own content and browsing content that I have paid for. When I use my creator profile, I'm able to start posting and managing my content from a dashboard. I can also preview my page as a creator, or evaluate how it appears to patrons or to the public. If I switch to my patron profile, I start out on the feed, which shows the most recent content I've paid for. Hopefully this means I won't lose as many patrons who are not able to figure out where to find my posts. The sidebar changes depending on which profile you're using. If I return to the creator profile, I get quick access to the most commonly used features like your list of patrons, insights into your earnings, your future and past payouts, your direct messages, your notifications, and your settings. And easily located at the bottom is a button to start a post. There is also one at the top right. I think this is a huge improvement, and the new navigation makes it much easier to find what you're looking for. It also just looks nicer and more modern. Trying to make sense of my analytics used to require jumping between several pages of data. But now, everything you want to know about your Patreon analytics, such as membership retention, earnings, and post engagement, can be found in a single tab. I like this because it offers a cleaner presentation of all of the information. And the last update I will mention is the autosave function for composing posts. You can now rest assured that your post will not randomly disappear as you're working on it, and if you take a break from a post, your progress will be saved across all platforms. I'm not sure why they made it harder to find draft posts, but they are now located in your posts feed rather than their own tab in the sidebar. I really do think the sidebar is the better location for accessing drafts. That's all of the updates I have for you today. If you're interested in learning more about how to be a successful content creator, be sure to subscribe to this channel now. Thanks for watching and stay creative.